guys, Candace here. I figured I would show you how I came up with my graph to make my Philly hat. Since some people were a little confused at how to do it, I figured I would make a short little demonstration on how to get it done, how to get started, I guess. So you will need, you don't have to have, makes it a little easier though, if you have graph paper. Okay. As you can see, I took the graph paper, and some of these are kind of rough, and I changed it up a bit, as you can see. So I just drew out the basic shape of Philly, how I wanted the letters to look. And mine look italicized because I did mine on a spiral, so as you can see, it kind of slants. I wanted that effect because I did it on a spiral. Okay, so once you have it mapped out how you want it to look. See, I have 2 rows of gray. 2 rows of gray. You can use whatever band you want. I just did, what was it? 8 chains, and then I have double crocheted the second chain from the hook down. So 7 half double crochets in the back loops only. And I did that for 50 rows, so 25 of these little humps. Okay, so you've got your band connected. You've got the 2 gray. So now it's time to start working on your graft. Make sure, I know we read left to right, you crochet right to left. So you have to start over here. Now, if you notice, I have the 42 marked over here, and then I've got my rows. So this is how many rows it's going to take me to make the Philly. Excuse me. That's this one, making so much noise. And then this, the 42, is how many number of stitches I'm going to have total in that. So what I did is I made sure that I had 98 single crochets around this band, so that way I could do it twice, front and back. So once you get to the point where you want to start, so you're going to go green, 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 green. Do not close this stitch with the green yarn. Go ahead and pick up your white or whatever color you're using and do white, white. Don't close with the white. Go ahead and switch. I carry my yarn throughout the whole thing. See, if you look really close, you can see the green and the white. If you do it with a small, not a small hook, I used a 5 for that one. It won't be so noticeable. So don't close with the white. Go ahead and pick the green back up, and you'll do green, green, green. And you just follow it through. So first row, you're going to follow this through this way. And then you're going to go around. In row number 2, you're going to follow it around this way. And so on and so forth until you get to row number 15. At row number 15, once you are done with the white on this last block for the P, drop it. Just drop it. And then you can start working up and work your decrease, or if you want to make it a messy bun beanie, you can decrease up until it's a messy bun beanie. However, you can add your pom-poms, your fluffies, whatever you want to add to it. But that's basically what it is. So the reason I say get graph paper is that way when it's blank, you have a better idea of how to map out, like, let's say a heart or a star, or if you want to write words, you know, it makes it a little easier for you to see. You can do it with regular paper and just mark the boxes, but basically every block is a stitch. So don't, unless you're making something huge, just count every block as a stitch. And I would recommend doing single crochets for these rather than a half or a double, because if you do it a half or a double, this is going to be a huge project. Believe me, I know. I'm working on a Teen Titans blanket similar to this, except that works back and forth because it's a panel, not a tube. But we'll get more in depth with this. I'll draw something out and I'll show you what I mean when I say go back and forth. Alright guys, so this is my poor attempt to show you how to attach the contrasting color to your main color body. I've already made the bed for this ear warmer and I am on to the graft part of it. I have made sure that I have enough so I can put the eagles on there twice, which you'll see that graft later on in the video, but I'm just single crocheting the number of blocks that I need for white. And again, I carry my yarn throughout the project, so you will see that. And I also mess up quite a bit. I count and then my brain goes into like autopilot and I'll close a stitch, realize that I'm not supposed to close the stitch because I need to pick up the main color. And it takes me a little bit to get going, but once I get going, you'll see it a little bit better.
Bring your hands together in front of you in a choking motion. Hold this pose and squeeze your hands together like you're crushing someone's throat. That's it. Good job. Now we're going to run in place. Pretend you just burned your enemy's house down and you're just casually running from the cops. Let's get that heart rate up and escape justice all at the same time. Oh, that's a great one. Let's get to it.
So as you can see, I have 5 white stitches right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that is open on my graft from right to left. 2 greens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white. So now we're in 2 green. Right to left. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit funnier because I actually found a selfie stick to help me try and film this a little bit better. But in the beginning, as you can tell, I am on this struggle bus this morning. It's because there is no coffee in my body and this selfie stick is not wanting to work with me. But as you can see, I've already done 3 rows up into my graft, so you can see the letter starting to form. Now, if you notice, I have 2 tails of working yarn. You will see later on that this is going to be quite a struggle for you if you need your yarn to stay neat and tidy, because there is no way for it to stay neat and tidy unless you're going to have bobbins. I'm not a fan of bobbins because I would rather just carry my yarn and I think it gives it a nice effect. So I'm just continuing on with my graft. Again, just working up slowly but surely. I have got 2 eagles, one on either side with a gap in between the 2. See, there I go. Closed the stitch I shouldn't have closed. So I'm going to pick up my white. I'm going to do 3 more and then I'm just going to work around.